January 7th, I think around 6 o'clock, I was paying close attention to what was going on. I have friends in the Palisades, and my heart was kind of breaking for what they were going through. And of course, by about, I want to say 6:20, we got the notice. And I was sitting in my home office. My whole family was home. My husband, my daughter, our bonus kid. And I kind of just sat there for about 5 minutes. I just sort of let it sink in, because I knew leading up to that moment that there was a potential that if a fire started, it'd be unstoppable. I knew what the wind event was coming. I think most of the town knew that we were having a terrible wind event. It already was happening. But the fact that a fire began, I just sort of, I couldn't really talk to my family right away. So I kind of collected myself, and that was the moment I found out, and I think within 3 hours we were out of the house. I was looking up the hill of Loma Alta, and you could see on the mountainside what looked like, waves, but they were fire. And it was weird because they'd break apart. And I was realizing what it was, but when you look at it, when you see it, it feels so foreign. It's nothing you've ever seen before, nothing you can prepare for. I think what people forget is that Altadena was created by rejects, that these are a lot of minorities that were pushed out of other areas nearby and priced out and just shoved up into this little area by the mountain. And then you go way back, and it was farmers from the Midwest that were trying to use up the land. And then you go before that, and it just keeps being taken from different entities. So as we move forward, it's completely valid to feel like we're this forgotten population, because we have that history, let alone the inhabitants of Altadena have been historically neglected, have been historically forgotten. So when you go through Altadena and you see the community showing up for yourself, it's not one person. That's the whole thing. It can't be one person, or we would burn out. So we keep handing it off to each other. So when you see a community helping itself, you have to lean into the word community. It's always a different person, but they seem like the same. And that's what makes Altadena beautiful, is that we're going to always pick up for each other, and then I'll be back and you take it from here. And that is reflected in our first responders. It's reflected in our average residents. So what I really love is that now that all melds together for me. It feels like our first responders are our residents. They may not live here, but they're so integrated into our community that for me, I feel comforted seeing them. I feel like they're going to show up at events with me. It's just great comfort to have them be here. And I just can't say enough for them.